everybody, I'm Smriti and this is a series Being a Montessori Parent. In this video, I'd like to talk about why children lie. So a lie is a intentionally false statement which is made by the child, and that is what we are going to be addressing now as to why do they do this and how we can help them. So let's see, why do children lie? There are many reasons why they lie. The 5 most common reasons are to avoid punishments, to impress, to seek attention, or as a peer pressure to fit in, and to to manipulate, used as a tool to manipulate. So these are some of the reasons why children can lie. So something is pushing them towards that desire to say something that is not true. So let's see, what does this do to the child? So first of all, according to Dr. Montessori, lying is considered as a deviation. In my video Fear, I spoke a little bit about deviations, where I said that any characteristic of a child that does not help in the development of the child is considered as a deviation. So then that child cannot reach their full potential. So that is the basis of why we should be addressing this issue. But there are many other reasons. First thing is, it becomes a habit, especially if they have got what they are looking for. For example, if they've avoided punishments, or if they've really impressed somebody, or manipulation works for them, or they are getting the attention they are seeking, then this becomes a habit. Now, the other thing that happens is they are not trustworthy. So if we are trying to raise children to be responsible citizens, then being trustworthy is one of the important characteristics. So that's why we need to address this issue to help them become trustworthy people. The energy that is used up to make a lie, then again make another lie, and then keep on covering up for it, takes away the energy that is needed for the development of the child. And so we feel that it's better to avoid situations like deviations, which take away the positive energy, and we focus it towards in the areas that the child can develop and fulfill all his potential. So these are some reasons why it is important to address lying at a very early age. And they could have picked up this in the environment by even looking at adults, and we will talk about what we can do to help this. But it's also being observed if adults in the environment are lying, or if if they've got away with it many times, then this starts becoming a pattern that you see very often. So if the child is lying, then what can we do? How can we help the child come out of this deviation? So first of all, we need to give the child clear ideas. So in discussions, conversations, and anything that you're having to do with the child should have clear ideas. For example, I'll tell you, if they're talking about this clouds and a very young child says, oh, that's so soft and I'm going to use it like a pillow, then you could say that, yeah, that's something that you can imagine, but a cloud can't be used as a pillow because it is made of gases. So this is the clear idea that you're giving a child. It's okay to imagine, but giving the clear idea. Also, this takes me to the next point, which is contact with reality. I think it's very important for us to maintain the contact with reality, and that's to know the distinction between reality and imagination, and so truth and lies. That's how the differentiation comes. So for example, I remember seeing a parent who was giving her child papaya, and when the child was eating it, and I said, oh, so you're eating a papaya? And the parent said, shh, don't say that, I've told him it's a mango. And so that's a kind of a lie, just to get the child to eat. The parent had said this, and so that's important for us to avoid, because this is something that's not giving contact with reality. The handling of the lies that actually happen. So of course every child is going to try it out, and it's going to happen. So when it happens, it's very important for us to make sure that it's not okay, and also to revisit, why did this happen? why did the child actually resort to this? Maybe it's a very controlling environment, or maybe the child does not have the space that he or she requires to be able to come and confess whatever they did with you. So it's very important for us to handle the lies. Also, nobody wants to be accused. Nobody wants to be said you are a liar. So every time when a child tells a lie, we generally say, is that the truth? Did that really happen? So that's the way you question the child and try to, handle the issue and come to the conclusion that it's not okay to tell something that really didn't happen. And it's also important for you to see the consequence. Like when they tell you the truth, what is the consequence going to be for them? So are they going to, if it's something that you think that you can say, okay, since you told me the truth, I will allow you to do it, or whatever the consequence that you decide stays, because it's also a very important skill to learn that if you want to do a crime, you should be willing to do the time. So this is something that has to be told to the child too. But then when a consequence is spoken of, I don't mean a punishment. It's not something that is disrespectful, not something that will demean the child, but something that will set a stronger boundary. That's what we do when we handle the lies. So when you make the boundary stronger because a lie has been told, but it's not going to be forever. Again, a second chance needs to be given. And then you relax the boundary again to see that whether the child can follow through or not. So this is handling the lies. Also, avoiding white lies. For example, somebody calls you and you don't want to talk. You say, okay, tell them I'm not here. That is a white lie. And children don't know. Very young children don't know. They think it's okay. And this is exactly from where they pick up telling lies. Also, lies about emotions. Times when we are not very happy, and when the child comes and says, why are you sad? And you say, no, I'm not sad. I'm very happy. Now, that is a lie. So in these ways, in very subtle ways, the child is getting the message that it's actually okay for him to be telling a lie. So these are some things that you need to watch out and avoid in the environment. Also important for us to develop a strong mind in the child. And how does this happen? This will happen only when the child starts making his own decisions and, goes through those decisions. Maybe some of them are mistakes and he probably will have a consequence for it, but it's okay. This is the way they develop a strong mind. Also, likes and dislikes. If you don't allow your child to have likes and dislikes, they will not learn to say no. Also, learning how to say no and to be okay with the way I am. These are skills that are very important for us to help the child develop to have a strong mind. So seeking of constant approval from the environment or fitting in just because you want to fit in, all these kind of deviations are going to help the child, take the child towards the path of telling lies rather than standing up and saying, no, I don't stand up for this, voicing their opinion. All this starts very young. It starts in the household. It starts with very simple things like how they choose the food that they eat, the clothes that they wear, how they are saying, no, I do not like this. They are voicing their opinion. And if this opinion is, a lid is put on it all the time, then it stops and then they manifest in ways that are not appropriate for the child. So by using clear ideas, contact with reality, handling lies in a positive attitude, and avoiding white lies in the environment, and last but not the least, helping the child develop a strong mind will definitely make our children trustworthy, and it will free up a lot of energy for them to use it to develop their full potential. So I hope this is useful for you when the next time that you see your child lying, and I hope you can handle it in a positive way. But the point that I want to make through this video is, do not ignore them like they are cute because they are very tiny and it seems very nice when they're small, but it starts getting into a serious situation as the children grow older. So it's important for us to nip it at the bud and make it very clear that this is not something that is beneficial for them, and again with the best intentions that we have for our child to develop into trustworthy human beings. So thank you for listening, and if you have not yet subscribed, then this is the time to press the subscribe button. And if you want to know more about the Montessori courses we offer, formative age and the Montessori method, please do visit our website www.formativeage.in. So until we meet again, goodbye.